Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about a specific unit that have been dropped to the game that everybody was saying before in the previous or the other versions it was trash. It was trash actually, nobody used it, and now it's one of the best units in the game, and it is a Christmas Rufus. If you watched my video yesterday that I dropped, I was talking about Christmas Rufus and why he will never be a free-to-play. Even if it's Christmas, they will never give it to us. We can only hope because it's copium. And he's paywalled. And as I said before, the previous community manager, we talked to him and he explained for us there was no plans at all for any legendary except Fashion Blanca to be free to the community. And this is what happened. Now he dropped here in the mall with a 50% discount. Go and grab him. If you're a spender, you need him. He's a must-have on your teams, on your roster. He counters the full fire meta in PvP specifically, and he will help you massively in chapters because of the chill and the freeze that he does. Now let's go and talk about Rufus and talk about everything that he has. And I will be explaining it really quickly and telling you major points and teams that you can use to play with using him. So, Christmas Rufus, he is a support, first of all. He does mediocre damage. You don't want him for the damage, you want him for everything else. And he's a power type, so his gears will give him a lot of HP, stats, defense and armor. So you will have him tanky, and he will tank a little bit because he can tank, actually. He can take a punch. So what does he do? His super, and these changed. Before it was different and now it's changed. Let me talk about it. There's no triggers actually. He's not a trigger. He's a normal character. You can press his super, C1 and C2. So 100% chance, and it's an AoE spell, his super, and it's called Cowbell Symphony. 100% chance to dispel debuff from all friendly fighters. Also grant 1 warmth, and we'll be talking about warmth. To all friendly fighters, then deal damage equal to 250% of attack to enemies in an area. So it's an AoE, he will deal damage, he will dispel a debuff from all the friendly fighters on your... It 100% chance, not base chance, but 100% chance. It means he will always dispel debuff from everybody on your main lineup. Warmth, reduce flame damage received by 40%. So he counters flame. So if you're playing Dalsim or Fire Adon against you, he will shut them down or reduce their damage so you can survive a little bit more. And recover 20% of Rufus attack as HP every second. And it lasts for 20 seconds. So every second you're gonna be regenerating its regen and cannot be dispelled by whatsoever. It can't be dispelled. So this will only stay on you and will keep healing you and healing you if you start with his super. And his super is super important actually. And you can start with it. Now, dispel burn from... Okay, and on level 2, not only he will dispel one random spell, dispel one debuff on your allies, 100% chance to dispel 1 burn from all friendly fighters. So if they have 1 burn and they have something else like armor break, he will remove the armor break and the burn, which is very, very handy. It's one of the best mechanics, best dispeller in the game right now. This is the best dispelling in the game. The final blow inflicts 1 chill on the target. What does chill do? Reduce flame damage by 8%. So more flame damage that on the enemy. So he will debuff the enemy with chill. If they have chill, 8% of the damage of the flame that they do will be not taken. Increase thunder damage by 8%. Now you'll see here, oh, reduce flame damage, but increase the thunder damage from the enemies. This is bad. I think it's a mistranslation. We still are testing him. I'm gonna test him to the fullest. I tested him a lot, but I didn't have the chance to do the calculations if it grants you the buff to do thunder damage and the debuff on them. But we will be talking about this and test it later. A lot of smart players will do that as well. And reduce speed by 10 points. That's very important. Reducing the speed of your enemy, it means their combo meter will not move as fast as your combo meter. This effect lasts for 10 seconds and it can stack up to 5 times. So the chill stacks up to 5 times, and we will see that the chill will stack even more and more. Okay? We'll see that coming soon. His passive. 15% chance to inflict 1 chill when dealing damage to a target. So there's a 15% chance, it's a possibility, whenever he's attacking anybody, to give them chill, just with auto attack also. Upon inflicting chill, also reduces the target's dodge by 8% for 15 seconds, so you will not miss your hits on your carries, which is absolutely crazy. And he will go crazy. Guile will be happy with this. Chun-Li will be happy with this. Cammy, OG Cammy will be happy with this. I'll be speaking why. When taking non-flame damage, there is an 8% chance to inflict 1 chill on the attacker. So if it's not flame damage that he's taking, he will inflict chill, or there's an 8% chance to inflict chill, which is great because you can use him outside countering the flame meta as well. Increases the duration of the chill to 15 seconds, so it's no longer 5 seconds as we saw there. I think here it was saying 5 seconds. 10 point stack, 10 seconds, it becomes 15 seconds. So the chill, after you upgrade him, of course everybody will have him at level 240, he will be having it to 15 seconds, which is a major role actually. Now, his C1, and you don't want to use mainly his C1, you want to use his super and his C2. So his C1, strikes one enemy, it's AoE, all his spells are AoE, his super, his C1 and his C2. Strike the one enemy 4 times, dealing damage equal to 320% of attack. Then strike multiple enemies 4 times, dealing damage equal to 200% of attack, with each strike having a 30% chance to dispel 1 debuff from the hit target. So he will dispel as well and deal some damage, AoE damage to the enemies, which is also important. If the target has more than 2 chill when you use the C1, the first attack has a 100% base chance to inflict armor break. So if you have 2 chills on your enemy, he will hit them and he will grant them an armor break, which is absolutely crazy. Armor break will reduce also armor, and you know what armor break does. So, and who benefits on armor break? Guile, Chun-Li, Cammy, all of these units from the Wind faction. If the target has more than 4 chill, the first attack has a 50% chance to inflict freeze. 50% chance, you will tell me that it's not that much, but this multiplier will be even better and better. And there's a 50-50 with hitting them if they have more chill on them, and freeze. Now, why freeze is good? Freeze, everybody keeps asking me, what's about freeze? Freeze, just like the C2 of Zangief, it negates passives. If somebody is frozen and you burst them, they will die. If Bison is frozen and you burst him, he will die. He will not trigger his passive, he will not explode, he will immediately die and get out of the game. So you can counter Bison, you can counter E-Honda, you can counter the Emperor of Sagat, and this is very, very important. And who you can counter as well? Pharaoh Sagat. Pharaoh Sagat, when there's a clone, he will not die, ever. But if he's frozen, he will die. And we will test this more and more. Somebody sent me the video that he's killing the normal Sagat while his clones are still alive because he was frozen, which was actually amazing. I was so shocked by that. Now, his C2. Also, it's the Stereo Antlers, or Antler. It's also an AoE. So, summon multiple snowball antlers that strike enemies in an area 11 times. 11 times. Each strike deals damage equal to 66% of attack. Gain super armor while unleashing the skill. What happens is he can't be stunned or interrupted because he will have super armor. And this is very important because you want his C2 always to be up if you're using his super. If you're using only his C1, it's also okay, but you need to use his super and C2 for him to be better actually. Increase damage reduction by 50% when spinning. So when he's spinning and using his C2, he will not take the full damage from the enemies. If any damage, any type of damage. If the target has more than 3 chill, increase crit rate by 40% for 3 seconds when performing the first attack. So he will crit on the enemies. Not that much important, but the biggest thing is he applies chill whenever he attacks because of his passive. He gains super armor, so they can't interrupt him, so he has more chances to apply chill. Plus his super will apply chill, which is absolutely crazy. Now, let's talk about his fighting spirit. He gains damage reduction, which is this is one of the best aspects of him. He's so much he's for survivability. He will stay alive more than anybody else on your lineup. he gains damage reduction 10%, and if you get it to 40, I think it goes to 35. So, skill, Christmas Bells. Okay, upon inflicting chill, a friendly fighter with the lowest HP, recover HP, is equal to 25% of Christmas Rufus attack. So he will keep healing somebody with the lowest HP. And this fighter that you heal with the lowest HP will become not the lowest HP anymore, so he will heal somebody else with the lowest HP. This one doesn't have a cooldown. It will keep proccing and proccing and proccing. This is what I was looking at when I was testing him. It's crazy. This one doesn't have interval time. Do you know what this means? This means he's the best healer in the game, and he outshined Elena actually, and he was out healing her by miles. And she was contesting. She was close to his healing, but he was the one to have the upper hand, and he's now the best healer in the game. So at +5, his assist. When the assisted fighter attacks, they have 10% chance to inflict chill. It's not the best, 10% is so low, but if you manage to put 2, 3, 4, if you have the 4th chill on the enemy, it means they will get frozen, which is also a plus, a bonus. Plus he's gonna be 5-star anyway, he's gonna be maxed because he's a legendary, you can link him with a 5-star, so his stats will be very much needed, plus because he's a power, so he will have so much attack to give the assisted fighter. So you can play him on any legendary or any unit, any comp, he will also benefit you because of the stats. +10. Upon inflicting chill, the friendly fighter with the lowest HP will recover 35%. It's no longer 25%, it's 35%. And this is the best part about him. He's a must-have to +20. +20, it will become 45%. So 45% of his attack, he will be healing him all the time. So, at +30, if Warmth is active, when unleashing a combo, reset the duration of all Warmth stacks on friendly fighter, so they will have more Warmth and Warmth. And we said what's Warmth here? Warmth, reduce flame damage by 40% and recover 20% of Christmas Rufus attack as HP every second, last 20 seconds. So he will keep healing and healing, because this will keep refreshing on his +30. It will keep refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. This is crazy. Let's go and check his cards. 3 out of 3. Upon inflicting chill, increase the recovery rate of all friendly fighters by 4% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 40%. And this will go to 40% and stay the entire battle if you're accumulating your combo meter and going to bosses, hitting them one by one. What does recovery rate means? It means it amplifies the healing that your allies get. It means every heal that he gives, you will heal more and more. Plus, if you play another healer, you'll be at full HP all time. But the only thing is, when you deal so much damage to the bosses, you're gonna take so much damage, and they can one-shot you. So healing is not maybe the best thing in the world, but it's so good actually, and will keep you from the debuffs that you take. If you have burn on yourself and you didn't dispel all the burns, you will not tick to death because you will always constantly be healing, and most of the time you're gonna be at max HP. You can play any type of Abel, suit Abel or normal Abel with him, and this will keep you more alive because it will reduce the damage, or it will negate the damage that you're taking. 6 out of 6. Upon inflicting chill, increase the attack of all friendly fighters by 4% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 40%. You will have 40% attack up on all your friendly fighters forever, and he's now a support for tanking, for bossing, which is crazy because he heals and buff you at the same time. He's not like the joke, what's her name, Diviner Rose. She will heal you a little bit, she might or might not dispel, and she will give you buff for your crit damage. So if you didn't crit, you'll not benefit from the crit damage. This will give you attack. So if you didn't crit, you're gonna hit hard the enemy. Plus, he will keep healing you. Survivability, reduces the damage from flame, buff you. He does everything. He's one of the top tier, and now he's the best support in the game. He's up there with Bison, Gormagalakan, and Flame Chun, and Summer Elena. He's up there in the ranking. When I do the updated tier list, you'll see me putting him there. I tested him. I was surprised. I thought he would be trash. Everybody, all of us got debated. We thought he will be trash. Now, a small update. I went in yesterday after the video and I had the best luck in the world. I got him to SS+. So I need 4 more copies for Suit Abel to max him out, which is crazy. I did singles, and every single that I did on normal summons, I went and did normal summons, and then I pulled some copies of him from his from the selected file. I got 2 here, and in the normal here, every time I pull something, I get him. Every time I pull something, I get him. It was funny. It was single targets. I wish I recorded that. I laughed. I shouted a lot. It was like WTF moment. And yeah, that was it all for the video. Let me know your ideas and what you think about Christmas Rufus. Are you gonna go and buy him? This is the time to buy him actually, because he's on 50%. Tell me if you're interested. If you're gonna break your free-to-play silence just to buy him. And yeah, that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly.